While being in the youth group, I have gone to Super Summer twice with Billy. I have gone to World Changers twice with John. I have gone to Texas Baptist All-State with Mr. Steve Sullivan twice. We've gone to Germany, and then we've also gone to ETBU, where I'll be going this coming fall. We've also done trips to Belton, Texas, to the mission trip there, and then a youth group, to do a youth group council where people just we just adjusted things to make it more fun for the youth, and just so we would have a wider foundation, so it wouldn't just all be on what John thought, but it would be, we could help him and say, hey, well, I'd like to try this, or hey, I'd like to try that. And so it was just really good because he was just really open, was able to, let us put our ideas in. I started my internship this past August. Usually the interns aren't girls. Usually they're guys, and so they get to come up here and they help do like the hardcore stuff, like move furniture and playing football games and all that stuff. Well, me and John and Cheney all had to get together and kind of decide what I could do. We started a girls' Bible study that we did. I did a drama team. I also helped plan events. I took care of the bulletin board and just different things like that. When, Cheney couldn't be here, when Cheney was busy, the young ladies would come talk to me about problems that they had or something that they had worries about. And if I had any questions, I would go to Cheney or John and say, hey, this girl needs help. I don't really know how to help her, but could you help me learn how to help her? And so that was just a really good experience for me. I learned how to do the little things that, most people don't think about, cleaning up after the youth events, because the youth is very messy, no lie. And I learned about, thinking ahead, thinking, okay, well, what would be beneficial to the youth if I did this or if I did that? And so, you set out Bibles, or, you set out drinks, or you go get cups, or you go get plates, or you go get forks, whatever. Whatever needs done, you do. Or you make things fun, you help out, or if somebody needs help with their homework when you're up here, you kind of just say, hey, I know how to do that, can I help you with that? And so it's when you're the girl intern, it's more about being here and being available and just showing a good example to other young ladies and just trying to live your life for Christ as well as you can. This summer I'm going to go and I'm going to be a staff member at Timberline Baptist Camp in Lindale, Texas. It's right outside of Tyler. While I'm there, I'm going to weed whack, mow the lawn, I'm going to be a lifeguard, I'm going to teach people how to shoot .22 rifles, do archery, and help people cross a high ropes course. I'll also be keeping the camp clean and serving food and just helping out where it's needed. I'm gonna help be kind of the backbone of the camp while I'm there. Won't be getting much sleep because we're gonna do apparently midnight swims and things like that. And so it's gonna be a really fun summer, just being able to help out there and just being able to give other people the opportunity to get in touch with other students while I get to serve them without getting the glory for it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has ever been there for me and my family while I've been in this church. Y'all have all held us so close to your hearts and just led us in, examples of y'all's lives. So there's just so many women here, young and elderly, that they're just so precious to me, and they just encourage me when they see me in the hall and they say, hey, Jenna, I'm praying for you. And sometimes I don't even recall the name, but I just know, hey, she's praying for me. And that touches me because that means that God is using you as a vessel. And that just makes me smile because I'm like, I want to be like her. Or when I see my little brothers get a pat on the back in church from an elderly man, that just makes me so excited because I'm like, hey, they can grow up and be like him. Or when my mom's had a really stressful day and someone just comes up and gives her a hug and talks to her and just says, hey Kathy, you're doing a good job raising your kids, because my mom does an awesome job with everything that she has to do. That just touches me because I'm like, this church cares so much, and that's such a blessing to see a church care for its members. And I just want to thank you guys so much for that. God just while I was looking for a college, I didn't really know where I was going. This past year I've gone to NTCC for dual credit, and I was just like, okay, well, since I've always gone there, I'm probably just going to go. I would love to go to ETBU. God just put that desire to go to ETBU in my heart when I went there with Texas Baptist All-State Choir for a week. But I was like, that's a really expensive school. It's just so expensive, I just can't. And so I was like, I'm gonna save up, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna go to NTCC, I'm gonna get my basics done out of the way, all that. And then I got a letter in the mail, and it said, Jenny, you've received so much money in scholarship. And I called my mom, and I screamed and I cried, and I said, Mom, guess what? I'm going to ETVU. And she goes, I know, I was gonna surprise you. And that was just like a gift from God, because I was like, I couldn't go. I just couldn't, and God was like, here, I'm gonna bless you with this, and so it was just a really big blessing.